Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our community. We are going through my morning routine ever since I moved into my new New York City apartment and we're starting spring. It's time for a new routine. So I've been getting up at around 5:45 a.m., which means I don't really get out of bed until 6 a.m. because I always snooze my Hatch alarm clock. This Hatch alarm clock has been an absolute lifesaver. It wakes us up so gently and beautifully, and it wakes you up with the sunrise, and I'm able to keep my phone in a separate room for at night, which really helps me get to sleep and then wake up at the right time. So Ethan and I usually wash up around the same time. Sometimes we wake up like 10 minutes apart from each other, but this morning we did cross over and we still have our red light on from the night before. So you'll see in just a bit, we do switch it to sunlight. Andrew Huberman says that getting as much sunlight, although artificial, is not ideal, but as much light as possible that mimics sunlight is optimal for waking up. So I'm always doing my oral care first thing in the morning because I cannot stand my morning breath with my retainers I wear every night. It's just, I could never meditate like that. So first thing I do is always brush up. And then I try to hydrate before I get into my meditation, but I really like to be meditating in the sleepiest state possible. But because it's breath work and because I try to hydrate my body as much as possible, I strive to get water in first thing in the morning, way before my coffee. I don't always get a lot of it in, but I've been trying to make it a habit to first thing fill up my water bottle. The next thing I do is I change the light on my Hatch alarm clock to a nice light yellow for similar reasons as I mentioned before, but I still keep it pretty moody and dark for my meditation. So because I'm meditating in there, I want to feel like it's a clear, nice space. So I will always make my bed first thing in the morning, unless Ethan has already finished his meditation in the living room, in which case I will meditate in the living room and make my bed after. If you really want to know, I much prefer to meditate in the living room for some reason. I don't really like feeling cluttered in my small bedroom, but I make a lot of noise with my Kundalini yoga and breath work, so I don't like to distract Ethan with his TM meditation. Once the bed is made, I will set up my little meditation area, and that really just includes making sure I have my water, my headphones, my phone. Unfortunately, I need my phone to meditate. I do envy that Ethan doesn't need to turn his phone on yet, but it is what it is. So I also always have an essential oil roller. I just find, even when I am having trouble sleeping, I find that it gets me in a different state. I feel like it signals to my brain like, okay, we're about to meditate now. We're getting into that zone. And I just find it super helpful, and it just ignites something in me that makes me feel ready to meditate. So let's talk Kundalini yoga, shall we? I do Kundalini yoga, and I do it every single morning for anywhere from just like 8 minutes to even 45 minutes sometimes if I'm really in the mood and getting up super early. It's a huge part of why I do wake up so early in the morning, because every time I wake up a little later, I just feel rushed in my meditation. I need to know that I have as much time as possible to tune in. Even when I am in more of a rush and I squeeze that 8-minute meditation in, I still am thinking about, okay, in 6 minutes, I got to do this, I got to do that. So this is a huge reason why I do wake up so early. So it's going to start to get weird, and I'm getting really vulnerable by showing you this Kundalini. I don't do the movement every single time, but this was a Monday morning, and through Evolved by Erica, the program I use for Kundalini, she does live meditations every Monday morning. And what that means is they're going to be more of those 30 to 45 minute meditations where she includes a Kriya, which is a moving meditation. And essentially, it draws back to Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, where through movement, you can actually move stored energy, stored trauma that's stuck in your root chakras, which are really just mini brains and energy centers. They are a real thing. I didn't realize that until I learned from Dr. Joe Dispenza that it's actually, scientific information. Chakras. You're moving stored trauma and stored energy that's stuck in your lower chakras all the way up to the crown of your head and releasing it from your body by doing certain movements that move that cerebral fluid up to the brain and out. that is like the simplest way I could put the scientific information. I have so much more on that on my podcast, and you can go check out Dr. Joe Dispenza. But if you are interested in more Kundalini, I am going to be filming a whole video where I tell you everything I've learned from trying out Kundalini for 2 years now. So you're gonna see some crazy movements, but the main bulk of it is breath work. So the meditation this morning was for your intuition. So we did a certain clasp with our hands while breathing in, I believe it was 4 times through the nose and 1 long breath out through the mouth, while saying a mantra, Sata Nama Waheguru, in your mind over and over again. And that taps into some of that transcendental meditation work where you're repeating a mantra over your head. So the reason I love Kundalini so much is because it's the most potent, powerful meditation because of everything I just said. There's movement, there's manifestation, there's breath work, there's mantra, there's meditation. It's all in one, and we know I am a productive, efficient queen. So, why did I just call myself a queen? You know what I mean. So once I'm done meditating, I'll try to do a little stretch and sit there for just a minute because I read recently that we try to come out of our meditations way too quickly, and it's really great, especially when you're doing something guided like I was, to just take a second and let that energy settle and not rush up. It's so easy in New York City to just want to be so on the go, so I try to challenge myself to stay in it for an extra 30 seconds or so, and then I turn the lights on and I start getting dressed for the day. And while I'm getting dressed for the day and doing anything in the morning that I do, like make my coffee and whatnot, I'm always playing morning frequencies. I just have learned so much science behind sound healings and frequency music, so I figured, you know, what the hell? Let's just play it in the background in the morning. So I will always have that playing. And I think Ethan kind of loves it, which you will see in just a second because we always end up journaling, doing our 5-minute journal together on the couch. And it's just a nice time to drink our coffee, do our 5-minute journal together, which again, I have a whole video on what that is. What are you grateful for?
Me?
No.
For one day having an apartment that's actually put together, we don't have to keep talking about it.
I am grateful for slow mornings. I'm grateful for...
Ethan? I feel lucky.
I think you feel lucky?
Yeah.
Lucky girl syndrome? Wait, what's your third grateful? I always end up saying coffee because like I'm dying for coffee when I'm writing it.
How about slow weekends?
I love
like
a weekend with no plans.
Yeah.
Oh, so grateful.
Like this weekend, hopefully.
Weekends with no plans. What would make today great? I have my own. Get the errands done that I need to get done.
Yeah. Get personal. I always say cross things off my list.
Daily affirmations. I am a miracle worker.
All filled up and ready to run. Because sometimes you put things that you want to happen, you know?
100%. Good tip. Heard it here first.
Yeah, because then it's almost like a manifestation. Do you guys know about manifestations? Where are you going? Don't leave. We just got started. Excuse me.
I'm awake now, so I'm going to start talking to you, and this voiceover is going to shut down. So let's continue the morning routine. Good morning. Ethan is out of here at 7:20. He wakes up like 10 minutes before me and leaves like 10 minutes before me. Sometimes I leave even later. I don't start work till 10 a.m. I work at, welcome if you're new, Dear Media. As a video creator, I create all the video assets for the Skinny Confidential podcast. They're Austin and LA hours, so I get to start work a little later in the day at 10 a.m. I try to be on a similar schedule to Ethan as someone who starts work at 9 a.m. because I like to, from 9 to 10 a.m., work on my own side hustle work. Most recently, that hasn't really been the case. I kind of just take my time in the morning and I end up doing some of my own work before I work out, like as I'm drinking my coffee and whatnot, but today I'm trying to take my time. So, fun fact, not last night, the night before, we were woken up in the middle of the night by a huge boom, and it's because my vanity mirror in the bathroom, like the mirror on the wall that you open up and it has like, you know, the shelves in it for your wash up stuff, it fell off the wall, which was crazy and very dangerous. But anyway, they came and took it yesterday and cleaned it up, and they're bringing us a new one. So we don't have a mirror in there right now. So I just had to quickly like do my hair in this mirror that's buried behind. We just moved in. Go watch our moving vlog if you missed it, but that's why the walls are kind of bare and whatnot, because we literally just moved in. Anytime my hair is not done, I love just slicking it back. I'll either put it in a braid, a bun like this, which I haven't done in a minute, or a pony. My two favorite products are, this is like an $8 stick from Amazon. I'm sure you've seen it on TikTok. It's so easy. You literally just like glue stick on your head. However, this Way matte pomade is super underrated because this is super easy and great, but it'll get like waxy and it'll still be, you know, coming out and not like slicked on your head. This is really great for flyaways. So if you have a lot of frizz and you put your hair back and you just feel like there's like flyaways and frizz, this pomade will actually keep all of those tiny hairs on your head. Sometimes this will wax it, but they'll still not stay tucked away. So this one is key. Anyway, I just had a bit of leftover oatmeal literally out of the pot, so I didn't show you that because it's not aesthetic. What I typically like to have is 2 eggs with avocado or a chia seed pudding. In the morning, I like to make sure I'm having a protein and a fat before I drink my coffee, because my whole life I've been drinking coffee first thing in the morning and I don't eat until after my workout, and I'm telling you that really contributed to my poor gut health. And I've been on a gut healing journey, so we're out of milk. So I didn't make my own coffee today because I need milk in my coffee. I use milk because it has no gums or anything in it. It's just like almonds, water, like super clean, and it tastes really good. So I use milk, and I'll either have my La Colombe cold brew, which I'm obsessed with, or I make my own cold brew with Chamberlain coffee, or what I did yesterday was I used my Nespresso, and I'll add in, if you watch my vlogs, you already know this, I'll add in collagen, maca powder, and MCT oil for a fat. So I just try to really have some protein and fat with and before my coffee, because for so long it like triggers your stress hormones first thing in the morning when all you're having is coffee. And I also try to hydrate as much as I can with water in the morning, but don't end up drinking a lot. So anyway, I have this, and I have a leftover latte from yesterday afternoon, so I'm just drinking the leftovers this morning and watching some YouTube. And then I gotta get my bag together. I typically like to have my bag together the night before, but I'm really, really bad about that, so I don't have that together. Okay, I'm usually all in on my aloe Sherpa jacket. Like, I'm obsessed with it. This is super cute. Also, there's blue tape everywhere because we are gonna lime wash paint our walls this coming weekend. So Ethan prepped it already. I have the paint ready. We're ready to go. So subscribe so you don't miss that video. But what I was saying was, I'm usually obsessed and all in on this blanket jacket, my aloe Sherpa jacket. I live in it, worth every penny. But it is raining and snowing today. It literally says both. So we're gonna go to Canada Goose because I bike to the gym. It's the quickest, best way to get there. There's really no subway route to get to my gym at Chelsea Piers. It's either walk, bike, or like scooter. So I take an e-bike, and it's snowing out. So unless it's slushy, if it's slushy, I'll walk, but I like to just get there as quick as possible. And I packed my e-boost in my bag, so I'll probably crack that open and drink it on the treadmill while I plan my workout on the treadmill. All right, let's go. It's a beautiful spring day in New York City that feels like winter. It is freezing. So once I get to the gym, I always warm up on the treadmill for 2 reasons. One, it's a great warm up. I do the 12 incline at a 3 mile per hour pace. If you've heard of 12-3-30, it's that, but I really only do it for less than 20 minutes. So I do that, and the hack here is, yes, I'm warming up for my workout, but I'm also planning my workout. So I don't always have the time. I'm a new gym girly. I'm a workout class girl. So going to the gym on my own is really new for me, and I find it super empowering to be able to plan my own circuits and sets and not just doing a workout class, on YouTube on my phone in the gym. I like to be able to listen to a podcast or music. Been loving listening to like my health or inspiring podcasts while I'm in the gym. It's just distracting and I'm so focused on the podcast. I'm loving it. But I will really just go through everything I have saved on TikTok or saved on my Instagram highlights because I'm always saving workouts when I come across them. I'm essentially, while I'm on the treadmill, planning my workout. And you can refer to my other video I have on that. I will link it down below on how I'm programming them. But it's kind of become like a little nice fun warm up to get inspired and motivated while I warm up my body and just get like in the mood to move, because I think jumping right into a workout, it's kind of impossible. So the podcast of the day was, of course, The Skinny Confidential. If you are new here, I do work for them. So I had a sneak peek at the episode when I made the trailer, and I was really excited to listen to the full thing and focus on it. So my gym does thankfully have a sauna. So I decided to go into the sauna today. I actually had time. I always wear a shower cap because I want to prevent my hair from getting dried out from the humidity and the heat. I bring my water bottle in there, and I'm usually pouring an Element or a Coast recovery powder into my water just to optimize it and hydrate even more because I'm chronically dehydrated. So I can link those out down below. Any products I use, I will link down below. I have found that ever since implementing a sauna into my routine, my inflammation has gone way down. And I noticed that when I'm not going and using the sauna, it goes back up. So it has really just been helping with inflammation. And then I will do an ice cold shower. I mean, I literally was in the shower for maybe 30 seconds. The sauna is exposing and opening your pores. So that cold shower is gonna shock the system and help with mental toughness, but also close your pores back up after the sauna and the heat exposure. So I struggle through an ice cold body shower. You should see me. I wish I could get footage of me actually in there because I was Speedy Gonzalez, like freaking out. So my gym actually has its own co-working space, so I am able to sauna, shower, do all the things up until 10 a.m. on the dot and start working at the co-working space. I bring this portable monitor with me. I can link this down below as well. I got it on Amazon. Ethan got it for me because I felt like I could never leave the apartment, and now I'm able, because my job is so editing intensive, I really need a monitor. So now I'm able to bring this monitor with me anywhere I go and want to work outside of home. And we're back home. So I usually stay there for like 2 hours and then I'll come back home because I'm hungry. And I will usually make sourdough by Bread Alone, toasted with avocado, seasoning, and a bunch of eggs. But like I said, I have no groceries, so I'm probably gonna have to order something or go out and grab some eggs and whatnot. But that is my morning routine as of now. So my alarm goes off at 5:45, I wake up by 6, and I'm out the door by 7:30 or 8. Get my workout in, and I start work at 10. So that is my morning routine. Thank you for spending the morning with me. Subscribe if you are new. I would love to take you along this wellness journey. I'm always trying out different wellness rituals, different routines. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week, hopefully with new painted walls.